Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you an updated version of my gluten-free vegan steaks. I first shared this recipe in springtime last year, but since that time I have updated the recipe, so I thought why not come on here and show you guys the updated version of that. So this is what I'm going to do in this video. So this video will be quite detailed, and for that reason I'm going to put a timestamp timeline in the description box so that you can skip forward or go back to certain parts of the video while you make your steaks at home. And as always, the recipe will be available on my website, glutenfreeplantaste.com. I don't think there's anything else. Just enjoy the rest of the video. For your dry ingredients, you're going to need yellow split pea flour, ground rice. I also have some cooked rice, and this is just all to build different texture within the meat. Ground walnuts, and I have a few big pieces in here, but that doesn't matter because, as I said, this will add to the texture of the meat. I'm adding my seasonings, and I'm going to give that a good mix and then add some salt because I forgot to add the salt. And next I'm going to go in with my water and mix this into a batter, gradually adding the water so that I don't form any lumps in the mix. So add the water, and this is what you'll end up with. It will look very watery at this point, but we're going to allow this to sit for 30 minutes, and that will give the mixture time to absorb the water and thicken. I'm just showing you here how loose the mixture is. For the wet ingredients, you will need the following: vegetable stock, a small diced onion, herbs, and then lastly I will add some sugar and put this onto the cooker to simmer for a few minutes. This is what the mixture should look like after 30 minutes of resting. It should have absorbed a lot of the liquid and be thicker. Now it's time to cook it, so transfer the mixture into the onion stock that you've allowed to simmer on the cooker. So I'm just going to pour this all into the saucepan. And at this point, actually, please remember to remove the cloves. I forgot to remove the cloves, and yes, it's not a pleasant taste when you can taste strong clove. So remove your clove at this point and then add the mixture to the stock and start stirring. Turn your cooker up to medium high and just keep stirring. You want to keep stirring because you don't want your mixture to stick. I am using a non-stick pan here, but still you'll just have to keep stirring until the stock reduces from the mix. And you should aim for like a potato, like a mashed potato type consistency, or actually a bit thicker than a mashed potato consistency. You will see in a later clip what I'm talking about. To make the steaks, you're going to need soy sauce. I'm using a soy-free soy sauce that I made. I will link that in the description box as well as above. And rice paper. Dip the rice paper into the soy sauce for just a moment, but make sure that your rice paper is fully covered with the soy sauce. You're not going to leave it there because you don't want it to get too soft. And then spoon the chickpea mix onto the rice paper and fold it into a steak. This is a fast forward version, but I will slow the clip down. in the next clip and you'll be able to see it in real time. It's important to make your steaks while the mixture is still warm, so once you remove your mix from the cooker, allow it to cool for a few minutes until it's safe to touch, and then start making your steaks. I'm not sure why, but it just works when the mixture is warm. I feel like the rice paper is infusing to the warm mixture. The rice paper infuses to the warm mixture a lot better. So these are the steaks once they've been put together, and I was so impressed with the result. At the back of this one you can see that the skin isn't fully overlapping, so I'm just going to pull it so that it's fully covered, and this will prevent anything seeping through while they bake in the oven. This is as close as I can get to making homemade vegan casing. I know in commercial products they use an ingredient called alginate. I think that's the name. I will put the name in the description box. But this is the closest I've gotten to making vegan casing at home. And here's another steak, and this one is a lot more flexible, and that's just because I wrapped it a lot more loosely. I wrapped it loosely in comparison to the others. And you can fry these steaks or bake them. I'll show you both options, but before that, let me share with you the amazing jerk sauce to go with this. To a saucepan, I've added some tomato puree, jerk sauce, date paste, water, a bit of sea salt, and I'm gonna leave this to simmer for a few minutes. Fry the steaks in a lightly greased pan. Depending on your cooker, you will fry the steaks 2 to 3 minutes on each side. If you're baking the steaks, put them in the oven for 15 minutes at 180 degrees, and then turn them after 15 minutes and leave them for another 5 minutes. And these are the baked steaks. And I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. This is the baked one. If you're going to bake the steaks, I would recommend that you wrap them loosely, not as tight as you would if you're going to fry them, because the casing might split. And this is the fried one. And the fried one, yes, you can just wrap these as tightly as possible and then just fry them. And I decided to have steak and chips, and here it is. It was so yummy. And just to add, you will add the sauce to the steak once it's been baked or has been fried, not before. So here I am adding this delicious jerk sauce. I'm gonna smother it, and this is it. This is the final thing. As always, thank you for watching, and if you're not subscribed, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I share a new recipe. A side-by-side comparison of the fried and baked steak.